Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship.
How you doing, officer?
I have a summons here for you for court.
Okay.
It's for enter premises when entry prohibited.
Okay.
All right.
Can you explain when this occurred, sir?
Yes, last Thursday.
Okay. That was when I went to a Radisson hotel that's open to the public, so I don't understand the trespass, officer.
Okay. Well, you can, I guess, get some legal advice. I'm informing you that you're prohibited from entering that facility. It is a federal quarantine facility, and you've been cautioned now not to enter the premises of that federal quarantine facility at 640 Dixon Road in Toronto.
We're in a crime wave. Shootings have tripled under Toronto Mayor John Tory. I just showed you the Twitter feed of Toronto police operations. It's murder, 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 stabbing, man with a gun, man with a knife. So many murders that they're overusing the word. They want to say medical emergency. No, that's a murder, boss. But they've got time to send 2 police officers up to your home, and you don't even live in Toronto proper, to give you a trespass ticket. That is not normal policing. That's a malicious vendetta, David. Today, David Menzies was accosted at his home and served with a charge, and he joins us now. Tell me what happened to you not 15 minutes ago.
Well, Ezra, I guess I'm grateful for the Toronto police not coming to my residence at 4 in the morning. That's how it's done in communist countries, and I think the UK. So 2 officers came. One was the fellow, Officer Lee, that you saw on the video regarding our interaction at the Radisson Hotel on Dixon Road in Toronto. And they said they served me with this nice bright amber summons. There's no dollar amount on it, but it does say that I'm being charged with the Trespass to Property Act. And of course we'll fight it because that's who you are, Ezra. You don't bend the knee, and we are so grateful as rebels that we have an employer like you that doesn't bend the knee and doesn't hang his employees out to dry.
How you doing, officer?
I have a summons here for you for court.
Okay.
It's for enter premises when entry prohibited.
Okay.
All right.
Can you explain when this occurred, sir?
Yes, last Thursday.
Okay. That was when I went to a Radisson hotel that's open to the public, so I don't understand the trespass, officer.
Okay. Well, you can, I guess, get some legal advice if you wish. That's your option. Your options are going to on the back of this. Okay. And how to proceed in court, because you can't attend the courthouse, so it's either phone or video on your first appearance date.
Okay, then.
All right. And that's it for now.
Well, officer,
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
I still don't understand how. Thank you, sir. Okay. This is a hotel that the staff has lied to us about. They said.
I also am informing you that you're prohibited from entering that facility. It is a federal quarantine facility, and you've been cautioned now not to enter the premises of that federal quarantine facility at 640 Dixon Road in Toronto.
Okay, this is the first time I've been cautioned, sir, because that was a lie that I was told I couldn't enter. And they also lied that it was under construction. In fact, this is the first time I'm getting confirmation that it's a quarantine facility, officer. You know, I've
advised you what not to go back there. That's all.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, then.
We wish you to have a good day.
I do want to say, you know, we back the blue, but this kind of intimidation, going to my personal residence to give me this bogus trespass ticket, it's making it increasingly hard for us to do, sir. No. And you can't even talk to me about this.
I asked them the same questions I asked on the video, which is you're acting on basically a pack of lies, i.e. we were never told not to ever come back based on the first encounter in January by Jamie, who also lied about the fact that the hotel was under construction. You can clearly see by the absence of construction equipment and construction workers, that's not the case. And also, if there's a crime being committed here, well, what about all these people that are in the hotel, Ezra? I think under a falsehood that they must remain there. We know that from that fellow DeRay, who came back from Jamaica with his father in January, and anti-lockdown protester Chris Sky, if you can imagine, he broke him out of the Radisson. I know, and that sounds like a ridiculous thing to say. And he basically arranged for an Uber to go there, pick him up, and the employees were stopped, halt in the name of law, halt under penalty of arrest, but nobody laid a hand on them. They just got into the Uber and drove off to their Toronto condo. So what I'm saying is that I think people are being intimidated. They are being actually lied to by people in positions of authority that they must stay in these quarantine hotels, and they're obeying those lies, thinking it's legit law, and I don't think it is.
Yeah. There are some people who believe that the government is not allowed to lie.
Yes.
There's some people who believe that police are not allowed to lie. Now, they're not allowed to lie under oath, but, and I've talked about this before, sometimes it's appropriate for police to lie. Sometimes if your option is use a gun, use a taser, or use some words to get a criminal to stop doing it, use the words. Tell whatever story you have to tell to talk a guy down. You're in a hostage negotiation, lie, say anything. It's better than the alternative of a loss of life. But what's happening more and more often is police are being told to do non-police work, bizarre health board work, or I don't even know, private security work. They're not trained for it. They don't know the law. In this case, clearly he was lied to. Maybe he himself was a liar about you. I mean, we saw with our own eyes you were not told to leave. We saw with our own eyes you were not accosted by anyone at all as you properly entered the front door of a building that said hotel. It didn't say closed, no trespassing. There were no such signs. So do we have the footage that David recorded, Justin? No, we don't. So I presume you'll be making a video about the arrest, sorry, not the arrest, the incident of the two police coming to your home. Now, did they say anything to you other than here you go?
You know what, Ezra, I'll have to review the footage because I certainly don't want to put words in their mouth, but they were, they weren't very verbose, shall we say. They'd been served. And I do remember words to the effect of one of the officers, Officer Lee, saying that you are forbidden from going back to that property. And you know what? I'm going to obey that forbiddance. But I can tell you this, Ezra, I'm going to go back on Friday because I should tell the viewers that when those protesters showed up, that was a cosmic fluke. Mocha and I had been filming our airport report. We pulled over for a hamburger and we're in the parking lot. And I said, you know what? Why don't we just do a little update on what's going on at the Radisson? Mm-hmm. And literally within a few minutes, protesters started showing up. And then I would say just as many police officers, because there were like about 8 cruisers, including a Ford F-250 Super Duty pickup truck. Start driving that. But, and I am going to go back, but I'm going to stay on the public road, which is on the other side of that that barrier. And to add to your point, Ezra, is the Radisson Hotel, even under government control via the taxpayer, is it private property? Yes, of course it's private property, but a hotel like a shopping mall, like Eaton Centre, Yorkdale, those are private properties as well. Mm-hmm. Yet thousands of people, in normal times that is, would walk in without being accosted to do their shopping. The mall wants that. Yeah. So it's a big difference than if I went to your house and said, I'm just coming in right now. It's a different level of private.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a mall. It's a private property that is open to the public. The public is invited to come in to shop. A private mall owner can tell you, please get out. Even if you're in there lawfully, they can say, please leave. There are some restrictions to that. They can't do it for racist reasons, for example, and they can't do it for other human rights reasons, which is why kicking out mask-exempt people is probably illegal. But with a hotel, you say you're going to obey their command not to step on their property. I would like to have a lawyer review that first, because I think this entire thing might be fruit of a poisoned tree. I think this whole thing might be illegal. The police are engaging in serial misconduct against Rebel News and our reporters. As I mentioned to our viewers earlier, we just filed a lawsuit against the Toronto Police Service and 10 individual police officers who assaulted Mocha, Lincoln, and Efron. So I believe that there is a malicious vendetta against Rebel News. Justin, can you go on Twitter and go to TPS Operations? That's the Toronto Police Service Operations Twitter account, which basically is like listening to a squawk box of police chatter on the radio. And I should tell you that there have been 4 murders in 4 days in Toronto. Let's just scroll down sort of gently there, a little bit more. The chief is talking about Black History Month, because that's easier than talking about the crime wave. Let's just scroll down a little bit here. I just want to show people, okay, missing man, that's not a murder. But let's just look through it. Let's just look, I mean, just medical emergency. I love how they phrase that. You have to scroll down. They call it a medical emergency, up a little bit, sorry. Unconscious man located, serious injuries from gunshots. They don't call that a shooting. They call it, guys, we have a medical emergency. Yeah, you've got a medical emergency called a gangland shooting. So that was last night. Confirmed shooting, shell casings nearby. So I shouldn't laugh. And then 1 hour before that, person with a knife. And then scroll down. Stabbing. 4 hours before. Like, Toronto is a massacre. Good morning, everyone. Hey, the chief. Hey, chief, do you have anything for us? No? Okay. I mean, just absolute gong show shooting. Last night, just a few hours apart, we responded to 2 separate shootings. Good job, guys. Maybe take a couple hundred police off the mask beat. Unbelievable. So the police have time, and the reason I mention that, we're in a crime wave. Shootings have tripled under Toronto Mayor John Tory. I just showed you the Twitter feed of Toronto Police Operations. It's murder, stabbing, man with a gun, man with a knife. So many murders that they're overusing the word. They want to say medical emergency. No, that's a murder, boss. But they've got time to send 2 police officers up to your home, and you don't even live in Toronto proper, to give you a trespass ticket. That is not normal policing. That's a malicious vendetta, David.
Oh, hi friends. What you just saw there is a clip from our Rebel News daily live stream show. It's fun, it's fast, and it's completely unscripted, so you never really know what you're going to get. Just go to rebelnews.com/livestream to sign up for special alerts.